What do you mean you're gonna give me a dose of my own medicine?
You know what you do when we don't always agree on everything? You know what you always do? You say your piece, you tell me how you feel, and that's it. You get the last word on the subject, you turn around, and you just walk out.
Look, we both said what we had to say. What's the point in us hanging around arguing?
Because if we don't start hanging around and arguing, then there might not be any us. Does that make things clear enough for you?
You believe it, Alex? Those cops are still out there practically camped on my front doorstep.
Well, that's good, honey, because your life is in danger.
Bull. All Poseidon wanted was my money. That lousy sidewinder stole 30 million of my hard-earned bucks right out of my pocket. And he's not going to have it long because I'm going to call my boys in New York, send up a team of private eyes to track that scum down, get my money back.
No, you're not. Bo told you to let the police handle it.
Well, then I'd like to see some action instead of a bunch of police cars blocking my driveway.
Ned.
Thank you, Nigel.
Done. All right. Just tell me where Kelly is and I will bring you the money.
No, I call the shots. Meet me at the Naughty Pine Motel off Route 47, room 13 near the dumpster.
Oh, once a class act, always a class act.
No, I call the shots. Meet me at the Naughty Pine Motel off Route 47,
I'm in traffic.
13 near the dumpster.
Is it a bell?
Once a class act, always a class act.
Just be there in an hour. Bring the money, and don't try any funny stuff, Dorian.
Is that the money?
Yes.
Are you sure $1.3 million will fit in a briefcase that small?
It fits. And it's heavy.
That's a pity. Let me help you.
And where's Kelly?
You gotta be kidding. I'm not gonna give you that little tidbit of information until I'm well out of town.
David, you promised me that she would be here. Now I insist that you give me some kind of proof that she's safe.
Dorian, relax. Kelly is just as safe can be.
Oh, my God. No, stop. No, go out. Please go out. Oh, my God, I gotta stop before it spreads. Oh, my God. Go out. Oh! My God. No! Somebody help! Somebody help! Somebody help me!
Harrison, we didn't agree, that's all. Why are you so bent out of shape?
Because you... Just listen. I had a really lousy marriage. Hunter and I never dug into any of our problems, and I just don't want to end up in a situation like this again.
Like what?
Where things get left unsaid. You think you know what I'm feeling? I think I know what you're feeling, and nothing is ever said. Then things start to smolder, and one of us is confused and then resentful. And the next thing we know, we can't even talk about the real issue because we don't even know what that is anymore. And then one of us is so angry, but by then it's too late to talk things out.
So what are we supposed to do? Fight? We supposed to get into a knockdown, drag-out fight that lasts all night long just because we disagree?
If that's what it takes, yes. I just can't stand it when somebody just says their piece, turns around, and walks out. Like my answer doesn't even matter. Like I have no say in the matter after he has said his last word. You know, I don't expect us to agree all the time. And I know you have a temper. Believe me, I do too.
No kidding.
I just want you to talk to me. If you have to scream and shout, then fine. Just do it. But don't turn around and walk out on me. Neither one of us could ever leave the other person with words to say and no one to say them to.
Hey, look.
Like this. Oh, you got it.
Harrison, wait!
What is it, honey? Bad news?
Yes, somebody decided to speak on my behalf about the bombing incident at the hotel.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Your first firing, huh?
Absolutely. I want you to have a car brought around. I don't feel like driving.
There already is a car waiting, madam. The one that was here before.
Oh, I forgot.
Can I ask you something? Why are you using a service when we have a lot of drivers and a whole fleet of cars?
They keep telling me that it's a perk of being the mayor. I don't know. Promise me you'll stay here. Be safe.
Yeah.
Asa, I'm serious. You stay here and take care of yourself. You have no idea how dangerous this Poseidon person is.
Prisoner. My own house.
Done. All right. You tell me where Kelly is, and I will bring you the money.
No, I call the shots. Meet me at the Naughty Pine Motel off Route 47, room 13 near the dumpster.
That's a bell. That's a bell. It's got to be. Okay, so where's he hiding her? It's in a church. No, it's a different kind of bell. It's a, God, where do they ring bells anymore?
Poor David. $1.3 million. He's barely going to be able to afford that yacht that he's been lusting after.
See what I mean? If you hadn't stopped me, I would have left, and then you would have known how awful it is to not have somebody hear your side of the argument.
Okay. Okay. You're right.
Yo, what's up with that, man? Don't let him run no guilt trip on you like that.
Hey, come on, man, show who's boss.
Yeah, man, you better get away with that before you know what you are with. You know what I'm saying? Come on, set us straight,
Do me a favor and find out what they want to eat, please. Something that'll keep their mouths busy, like peanut butter, please.
Yo, don't let up now, man. Check your woman. You wear the pants or not?
Ay, madre de Dios. No, ¿qué van a hacer? Es jalarnos de los pelos para la caverna.
Harrison, it's not that I don't want to hear what you have to say, okay? I mean, I kind of like to argue. That's why I love the law so much. But think of it this way, all right? You argue your case, I argue mine.
But what if we both still disagree?
Well, then the judge sends the jury out to deliberate. Right, but the lawyers don't sit there and argue till they agree.
For God's sake. A relationship between two people is not like a court case. There's no judge and there's no jury.
Yeah, but you can still walk away. And give each other some sitting down time. I mean, what's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? Is if you walk away, you may never see me again.
How dare you? How dare you? I should never have let you make love to me. I should have known the only reason you wanted to do that because you wanted something more. You always want something more. Well, what do you want this time? Ace's money? Is that it? What did you come back here for? What are you doing here? What do you want?
You know.
No, I don't. I swear to God, if you don't destroy these photographs, I am going to Bo Buchanan and I am going to tell him that you were responsible for the bombing attempt at the Palace Hotel.
No, you won't. Because that would be, and you are not stupid. And once Asa receives the second set of prints...
Look, darling, Asa is already livid that you stole $30 million from him.
If he thinks I did that, I'm shocked.
Well, he's not taking it lying down. He is hiring a huge number of private investigators to come and find you. And they will. So I highly suggest that it would be a good idea if you just left town for a little while.
Drive us around Crawford Park, please.
I promise, Carlo, that I will tell you as soon as it's safe to come back. It's the right thing to do.
That's not exactly the plan I have in mind, Alex.
Love the smell of money. Oh, the sound of money. Oh, the feel of money.
I may be sick.
Don't be such a sore loser, Dorian.
David, it's all there. You can stop counting and recounting and rubbing your body with it. Now, where is Kelly?
Not so fast. Not until I'm out of town, remember? Oh, Dorian, if you could just see the look on your face. The fact that I finally stole a big wad of cash out from under you, that really gets under your skin, doesn't it? Come on, you could admit that to me. Come on, it really makes you mad, doesn't it, huh? Doesn't it?
I would do anything for my niece. You knew that, and you used it. All right, now can we just get this over with?
But when you think about it, I had to kidnap a poor, innocent little 19-year-old girl just to get you to pay me. Dorian, that is terrible. The things you have made me do to get the money from you. Let's see. I had to forge a diary and blackmail you for it. I had to marry you. I wound up getting tricked into sleeping with you. Actually, that was one of the perks.
What?
Would you like to hear an idea that I just came up with?
No.
Why don't you and I take all this money, we spread it out around the bed, we oil up our bodies, and we roll around in it.
Like pigs in...
We could make love and roll around in all the money and let it stick to our hot, sweaty bodies.
Now I really am going to get sick. David, take the money and go.
Okay. You're not into it? You're not into it. Maybe next time.
Not in this lifetime. Do you understand me? I can't stand the sight of you.
That's because you lost.
No.
You want to hear something that's really going to frost your cornflakes? Kelly was driving me so crazy that if you would have held out for just a couple more days, I would have wound up paying you to take her off my hands.
Are you in there? Kelly, open the door! Kelly! Kelly!
Oh my God.
Kelly, can you hear me?
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm dying.
Why do you keep making threats like that?
It's not a threat.
Oh, no? If I walk away, I may never see you again.
No.
That's not a threat?
No. It's a possibility. Isn't it? We're not locked in some room together. What happens if one of us decides to walk away and the other one decides to walk away too? And then one of us wants to turn around to try to reconnect and there's nobody there.
Okay. You're right.
Oh, come on. Don't just say I'm right and then we're right back where we started. This is way too important to me.
When do you think the last time I had a relationship was, huh? You know, I was a kid in high school. I mean, I was so into the gang scene, leader of the Prides, El Leon. And then I went to prison for 6 years. And when I got out, I was a man with no experience. See, in prison, when you have a beef with somebody, you can walk away. I mean, why not? Tomorrow you're going to be there anyways, right? Look, maybe I just need to find a new way to... whatever.
Fight? It's called fighting. Quarreling?
Yeah, well, I don't like to fight with you. Okay, I can never fight for words. I mean, I every time I try, I get this fire burning inside me, and I look in your eyes, and...
I don't like it when you walk away and I feel like you're still angry with me.
Well, I'm not. And I wasn't, okay? And I'm glad you came here and called me on it.
If I hadn't come to the diner, would you have called me?
I was running to call you before you walked in. But we don't have to deal with that no more, okay? Because I'm not in prison. And this is the real world. Our world. And I promise you that I will never, ever turn my back and walk away again. You got it?
Ordinarily, this would be the point at which someone would say thank you for all this money. However, I think I've earned every dime of it because Kelly is enough to drive anybody crazy. There is one regret.
You're going to tell me whether I ask you or not.
Uh-huh. The only regret that I have is that you and I didn't get to do a repeat performance. Because when you think about it, that's the only good thing that you and I ever did.
Oh! Gotcha! God! That was uncalled for. That was completely uncalled.
Did you really think that I was gonna jump in the sack with you?
Well, it's a little hot of a question right now, isn't it? I tell you, Dwayne,
One of these days, in the not-so-distant future, you and I, under different circumstances, we're gonna ring that bell again.
Oh, David, dear, this particular bell all wrung out.
David Vickers, you're under arrest. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Do you understand?
Gotcha again.
You tricked me. You tricked me.
Oh, David, please stop whining and start talking. You tell these people, these officers of the law, where Kelly is, or else you're going to end up in jail for years and years and years.
You know what I always loved best about you, Dorian? Is that you were always ready to make a deal. Right?
Kelly!
Joey! Where did you find me?
Come on. We gotta get out of here. I'll get the motorboat time for on back. Come on. Yeah.
You're really here?
Yes, of course I am. Now, come on, we both get out of here. We're not gonna live for very long. They're going these.
The demon put them on me so I wouldn't get away.
Where are the keys?
The demon has them. He's left. Look, Joy, it is too late. Come on, you've got to get out of here. Save yourself. Please, get out.
Hey, what are you two doing here?
Good evening, Detective Harrison.
I asked you a question.
What are we doing here? Why don't you ask your boyfriend?
Ask me? Why? Because my family owns the place? Huh? And the law says that I have to serve any creep that walks in off the street?
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Look, we've been so busy here at the diner, I haven't had a chance to go to my house and pick up my mother's glasses. She needs them for the register. I was wondering maybe if it wasn't too much trouble, if you could maybe go to my house and pick them up.
No problem. Where are they?
They're on the kitchen table.
I'll be back.
Great. See you then.
Give them lousy service, water down their soup or whatever, but just make them leave.
I'll try.
I had the alcapurrias here about a year ago. Man, that was the worst meal I have ever had. Now, tell me true. How is it now that your mom is cooking them? Huh?
I make the alcapurrias. My mother makes almost everything else, and it's all first rate. Yep, he's a first-rate counter, too. It's all right here.
Well, I would have been surprised if it wasn't. I also hear you've been packing them in since your family took over.
Yeah, so far, so good.
I also hear that your mama is doing magic in the kitchen. Give her my congratulations.
She doesn't need anything from you. Look, the loan was business. And from now on, I'll make the payments at your club, RJ. I don't want you coming here to collect.
You don't have to worry. I won't. From now on, Javier is going to make all the collections.
The loan was with you, not with this punk here.
Well, it's like you said, Antonio. The loan was business. And how I handle my business is my business. Now, you can trust Javier just like I trust you to make your payments on time.
You can count on it.
Oh, I do. I do. That way, there's no trouble.
Toño, the soda dispenser needs refilling, and the fryer needs aceite también.
Yeah, I'm right on it.
Later. So, you letting me handle Vega's account, huh?
Oh, no. No, I'm letting you handle all the accounts from now on.
Are you serious, man?
Hey, in my organization, the sky's the limit for someone like you. Young, aggressive, and loyal.
Thanks, my man. I'm really glad. Let me ask you a question, though. If I'm taking over the loan business, what are you going to be doing?
Bigger and better things, Javier.
I'm going to give you everything you want, Alex. I'm the only one who can do it, and you know it. I can give you power.
I'm already the mayor, darling.
Life and death, power, danger, life on the edge. I kept myself alive for you. While I was regrouping myself abroad for these past few years, I amassed a huge fortune to share with you. I want you. And you're going to be mine.
Show me, honey. Show me how much you want me. Oh, wait. Carlo, you're never going to be able to have me unless you destroy those photographs and stop trying to blackmail me. Now do you get the picture?
Don't toy with me, Alex.
Joey, save yourself. I don't blame you, but this is all my fault. No, wait a minute. You can't come back. No, Joey, we're both gonna die. Just get out while you can. What are you doing?
Okay, come on.
Joey!
Where's the lunch? I'm concerned. Come on.
Joey, look, I can't breathe. I'm not gonna make it.
Hey, listen. Do not tell me what you can't do. We haven't got any time. Let's go.
No, I'm too scared, Joey. I'm too scared. Go!
No, you're not too scared. Come on. Here it goes. We are gonna make it. All right?
Yeah.
Okay, come on. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
It hurt, Alex. Let it remain a warning. Toy with me and you'll never live to talk about it.
Well, I don't believe you. I'm your everything, remember?
There's a thing called self-preservation. Naturally, I'd kill anyone who hurt you. But still, I won't let you or anyone else hurt me. Understood? You're mine. I've marked you. And now that I'm back, I know you won't deny me. Ever. Now get out. I'll call you when I want you again.
I lived up to my end of the bargain. You know where Kelly is, so call your dogs off, would ya?
My dogs? David, is that any way to refer to Landview's finest?
You guys aren't actually buying this, are you? Dorian, we had a deal. I tell you where Kelly is, you drop the kidnapping charges. Come on!
David. Christy, what in the world made you think that I could drop the kidnapping charges against you? You didn't kidnap me, did you? You imbecile?
This way. She can drop the charges, can't she? Tell her to drop the charges. She's the one you should be arresting.
Enough, Vickers. Come on, I've got a whole laundry load here. Let's go.
I left a message with Aunt Dorian's answering machine. She must have turned off her cell phone.
Listen, if you're really sure about not wanting to go to a hospital, at least you could go upstairs and change, catch cold.
Yeah. My God.
Hey, what is it? That's okay. We didn't. You're not going to freak out on me now, are you?
No, no, it's just... All the time that David was keeping me on that yacht, you know, it was like some long, stupid game, you know, and if anyone was going to die, it would be me. And it would be from boredom, you know? Everything went so wrong.
Well, how did the fire start?
I started it in a wastebasket to send smoke signals, but David put that out, and I don't know. I mean, there was a spark, there was an ember, or there was something that got spilled out on the floor. Because when I started to throw the paper airplanes out of the porthole...
But you really were bored.
No, I wrote on the paper, you know, I wrote things like, help. Help, I'm a prisoner on a yacht. You know, and then I would take that paper and I would fold it and throw it through the porthole. You know, hoping that maybe someone would find it when it would float to shore, but none of them made it out that porthole.
And one of them landed on one of the embers, and then...
Yeah. Brilliant. Huh.
No, it was, inventive.
Then, you came to rescue me. How many times have you rescued me? Have you kept track?
Yeah. No.
Thanks.
Hey, it's over. We're okay.
I am kind of cold.
Yeah, a hot shower's the best thing.
Could you just...
Made it.
Anything's the cause.
Oh, great.
I know how hard you and your mom are trying to make it go of this place. That's why I got so irritated when RJ and his cheap excuse for his sidekick showed up.
Well, relax. I talked to RJ, and they won't be coming back.
Well, why did he even come here at all?
Better food. Everybody knows that.
Wouldn't it be great if this place got so popular that it was more popular than Club Indigo or even the Palace?
Why not?
Yeah, good.
Hey, when a partner calls, I'm always willing to take a meeting.
Excellent.
So, what's our first project going to be? So now, you let her know you're still alive?
I had to, I'm afraid. Fortunately, Alex agreed that no one else should know for now. You've been discreet, of course.
Me? Oh, I'm cool. Silently cool as always.
Good. You've done very well for yourself since you've been in Landview. That unfortunate place you had to spend 10 long, hard years obviously taught you discipline.
It did.
Good. Now you're in a position to help me.
And vice versa. So, what do you need?
You have a close relationship with Alex. She trusts you. As much as she trusts anyone. I want you to keep an eye on her for me. Will you? Sure. I have plans. Big plans. But they'll be absolutely meaningless without Alex. Unless she's mine. Completely mine.
Oh, Asa. Thank God you're alive.
What is the matter with you, woman? I'd have to crawl over a dozen cops to get out of my house. So unless Nigel is poisoning my food, of course I'm okay. You worry too much.
I could never worry enough about you. I think I almost lost you to that mad bomber.
First of all, sweetheart, he is not a mad bomber. He knew exactly what he was doing. He was stealing millions from Lord Cove and me.
No, Asa. You almost died. Oh, God. Hold me. Would you please hold me?
Yeah, hey, honey. Easy.
Sweetheart.
Mine, Alexandra. Mine.
Well, I gotta go to Nora's and pick up some research and get started at the library, so I should be done around midnight.
I'll be in bed.
Well, when our visiting hour's over.
I don't know. Of course, my bedroom is next to my brother's, and Al and the twins are down the hall.
Ouch. I gotta get my own place, you know what I mean? Because the best part of making up is this.
Hi, Jimmy. He's a lover, not a fighter.
I definitely gotta get my own place. I'll call you.
You're amazing. You know that, Andy?
Why?
My son listens to you better than he's ever listened to anyone in his life.
Oh, God. Maybe it's because I yell.
No, I tried that when he was young. No, I think it's because, well, I think you know why. Are these mine?
Yeah.
What are they doing here?
No, Antonio had me to go back and get them at your house. He said that you need them when you do the cash register.
No, I have my glasses right here. Those are the ones that I keep at home. In my kitchen.
Then why would Antonio...
I put my hands where your wings should be. Ooh, yeah. I put my feet where the earth should be.
The new Vanish power system against the other guy. Clear the way and let the competition begin. Only the Vanish power system has a dispenser that protects the tablet. So flush after flush, it blasts out more cleaners. After one flush, they're about the same. But after frequent flushing, Vanish power is still going strong. The competition, the difference is clear. The Vanish Power System has cleaning power that just won't vanish. From S.C. Johnson Wax.
Your toothbrush is fighting a never-ending battle against bacteria. But add a new cavity-fighting toothpaste from Listerine, and you've got a powerful germ-killing weapon. Introducing Cool Mint Listerine Fluoride Toothpaste with Listerine ingredients. It kills the germs that cause plaque for a clean feeling that goes beyond brushing. Turn your toothbrush into a lethal weapon. Cool Mint Listerine Toothpaste. The power of prevention.
Know what's behind Wherever Air cookware? A revolutionary grooved base. Patented air technology is designed to eliminate hot spots, so everything cooks quickly and evenly, from top to bottom. Concentric Air, from Wherever Air.
Cookies burned again? Try Air Bake from Wherever Air. 2 sheets separated by a layer of air. The extra sheet controls the heat, so cookies don't burn. Say goodbye to burnt cookies. Air Bake from Wherever Air.
There's one antiperspirant to use when you're extra, extra close. Arid Extra Extra Dry. The one antiperspirant you can trust to give you Arid Double X protection to help stop perspiration before it turns into embarrassing odor. And when you help stop perspiration and odor, who knows what you might start? So come on, go ahead. Use Arid Extra Extra Dry and get a little closer.
You want the best for your kids. So when they have diarrhea, give them what pediatricians recommend most. Pedialyte. Unlike juice or sports drinks, which do not meet medical guidelines for helping prevent dehydration,